Welcome back to Roddy's Rides. Last episode, we mounted up the supercharger, we did the injectors, and then we also put in the new fuel rail. Hopefully today we're going to try to do the first startup, but we can't get our hopes up. First of all, if you haven't already liked and subscribed, please go ahead and knock that out. It's a huge help to us. This is why we always delete it and restart.
It's okay, you would just cut through.
That's true. Today's episode, we're going to hopefully be finishing up the last bit of the kit. We only have a couple more parts, and we're going to be solving a couple issues. Some of the things that we're looking at, if you follow me this way, if you look at the bypass activator, I kind of got a little surprise that I wasn't expecting, and one of the nipples broke off either during shipping or when the gentleman shipped it off. I bought this supercharger used, if you didn't already know. The stock fuel line we're not going to be able to use because there's just kinks. So the wiring, there's another gentleman out on YouTube that has done this kit, and then he did the GT500 throttle body and neck. And so originally I wasn't going to do that. I was going to use the stock hardware provided. Nothing against this, but there's a couple issues with these pipes that we ran into. So if you look right here, the flange and all that looks good. The holes line up. But the main issue is when I try to line this up, it hits the oil cap. Well, we'll figure that out. But I did just order a GT500 cold air intake, so that should be in here soon. And then I'm probably just going to pull the trigger and buy the Y harness that is not provided with the kit. But let's get this project started.
There it goes.
Yep, I'm gonna open the top.
It's leaking out here too. Oh, she's pissing now.
Ooh, that stinks.
Yep. Oh, there's another solution.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna have to put that back in.
We just went to dinner, we just got back. But so the last thing you guys saw was the alternator. We were trying to get that off, and we're trying to figure out where in the hell this goes. So we figured out that it attaches to this bolt, and then this guy, and then that farther back bolt right back there. But the thing was whenever we bolt this up, we don't know where that spacer is, or if we ever got sent a spacer. Last thing that we updated y'all on, we were taking off the alternator to figure that out. So this little stud that went in here is actually right wherever I put it, right here. And it was like in this. And then Tanner noticed that there was little grooves right here, or whatever you want to call these. I'm an engineer and I should probably know this, but whatever. And he was like, oh, turns out this is a 7 mil bolt or whatever it is. And the 7 goes perfectly on that. So quick update, this little ear right here, it's kind of hard to see. We're going to start shaving that down because it was rubbing up against this spacer that you can't really see since I'm far away.
Today did not go as planned, clearly. We were supposed to finishing up the kit and we ran into a couple issues. First thing, this pulley. It was designed clearly one way. Don't ask us how we know. This pulley, it went on, but we had a couple difficulties with it rubbing up against this lip of the head of the motor, and the pulley wasn't spinning. We got all this shaved down just enough, and we added a couple washers so it's almost in ballpark of level with the rest of the pulleys on the front face of the motor. Please help me out. I look forward to picking this up tomorrow. That was not sarcasm.